Hey, what's up, y'all? We back. We back again with another podcast, video, live stream. Hey, y'all, this is Black Lightning Matters. This is the Carefree Black Nerd official review, counting down the days. It's been 7 whole days. Yeah, and we are discussing Black Lightning. I am your co-host, Rhayne Coleman, Carefree Blurred, and I have with me today, like I do every episode, like I have for the last few years. What's your name again?
Hi, everybody. My name is Cole Jackson, and the Illuminati is real. All you have to do is open up a box, and then there they go.
Yeah, who knew?
And the Crips, because it's all blue.
I mean, I was like, that was a choice. That was a choice.
That was a choice.
All right, y'all. So this is the farewell season. We are on episode 10. And apparently we got our answer last night of how many episodes are in this season. That's a spoiler we'll save for later, I guess. So there's not many left. We're in the anyway, never mind. So the book of Reunification, chapter 1. Black Lightning sends Gambi an SOS. They have really phoned it in with these descriptions. Like, bro,
that had to do with the episode.
That was like 5 minutes of the episode. This episode was like an hour. Like, if 5 minutes, because it. Oh well. Yeah. So what's up? What's up, Cole? Give me something.
I thought Carefree Black Nerd was supposed to be a badass, or are you just a coward in a costume?
Yeah, I am. Let me put on my Harry Potter invisibility cloak. What you gonna do now, nigga? No. So,
believe it or not, this episode wasn't all that bad. Wasn't all that good, but it damn sure wasn't all that bad.
Okay. Talk to the people.
Well, you have any general thoughts?
My general thoughts was this episode felt like, and I think all the episodes have had this feeling where it's something is missing. It feels as if the season was probably more tight than this, and a lot of stuff needed to be cut because there was a lot that happened in this episode, and this felt like either a mid-season finale or a season finale. This felt. All in all, I enjoyed live tweeting. I enjoyed seeing the comments and stuff, but
I think that was the only good thing.
I mean, I feel like it kind of. I thought there was a lot that happened, and there were a lot of good things, but there was a lot of like weird choices that were made, and I don't know what to blame it on. So that's where I stand at this point. What about you?
I think I'm just rolling with the punches now.
I mean,
that's where I'm at with mine. I think I'm just rolling with the punches now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting up too high. I gotta sit down lower.
Okay.
I gotta sit down lower.
Okay.
I gotta be on your level, bro.
Oh, okay. When they go low, we go lower, huh? All right.
What?
I mean,
you're terrible. All right. Let me adjust this. Make sure we got this thing going on. All right. I guess we'll get into it. My good.
Okay.
Wait, did you put the name? You put the name of the show, right?
No, I didn't. It is
Chapter 1.
The Reunification, Chapter 1. Lauryn Hill, Emancipation, and Mimi.
Ready or not? Here I come.
You can't hide, Anissa. I'm gonna. I don't even know what this episode was called.
Revelations.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Revelations. You don't like your Bible verses?
Not in this show. And my thing is, the pastor has been gone for so long.
You think the pastor is the only reason? You think the pastor is the only reason this is good? I can't wait till we get to Exodus. because that's what the last episode gonna be.
I
Exodus.
mean, when are we gonna get to? I don't know, the rapture shit. So, go ahead, man.
All right. Good. Keith Michaels is going to take Jeff's girl. Keith Michaels will take a girl, bro. He rolled up in that with the intent to have sex with Lynn. He was like, "Hey, Lynn, you need my help." Oh, yes. You still look good, Lynn, from college days, baby. Remember them times when I used to rub your hand and when I used to line you up? Remember them days when I used to get your fade right? Oh, yeah, baby.
When I used to get your fade right, you are going to jail.
What?
Man.
Keith Michaels saved her ass. And Jeff was very Jeff was like, who is this? Who is this?
We were like Jeff was an audience surrogate. Who is this dude? Who is him? Why
I
is
like
he
to
here?
know. He saved.
Why are you here? No.
He came.
No, I like him. Yeah, no. I did like him. But like, why are you here?
Cause we need a big time. We need a pit bull out there to save mom. Stupid.
That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can't just get no regular district attorney. We need like a pit bull in there to get her out.
Yeah.
She got house arrest, didn't she?
Oh my god. Okay, so go ahead. That's your good. Keep going. I'm gonna let you, because that's on my bad list. So yeah, we'll circle back to that.
We got another great painkiller scene yet again.
Hey.
Why don't we just start watching Painkiller? Just
he
go.
Don't miss. He don't miss. He don't miss.
The fight scene with him and all these agents, and they playing Wu-Tang. I was like, this Painkiller better be amazing.
The volume could have been a little higher, but
yeah,
that was. Hey, Jordan Calloway. Hey, brother, you doing what you need to do.
The whole thing with him being claustrophobic, I thought that was cool,
bro. The only issue I have with that, and it's not just this show, like I hate when shows have them air ducts. Jordan Calloway has to be at least 5'11", and I'm a say, let's say 210, just muscle.
Right.
He ain't no air ducts this damn big, but that's in movies and TV. So I'm not even blaming them. But I'm like, nigga, you moving around with a lot of extra space.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, that was good. That fight scene was good. The Wu-Tang music was good. I'm like, okay, finally some good stuff happening. That was like really the first good thing that I got to, and that was like midway through the show. But it was good. It was just really, really good, man. I think this Painkiller show is gonna be amazing. I can't wait for it to finally drop.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can keep the action part of it good. I like Jordan Calloway's acting between the two Painkillers. Love that. Hey man, keep it going. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, I agree. I liked everything about Painkiller. And they're like giving him substantial time in the episode too. Like I get that he's on a mission. Now I feel like he probably is going to end up, now that we know how many episodes we have, he probably will end up appearing in Freeland proper at that final showdown. It only makes sense. But man, keep going. I got some good too. I got some.
I think it's also to add on to that too. It's like Painkiller gets his own segments. Like we had a little bit of the conversation with Filky and TC, and then we went right into this thing, and it's like they give him his segments for between commercial breaks, which I think is good. I guess they're trying to check and see if this is something that's gonna hit, because typically shows at certain times and certain points in times in TV shows, they usually check the ratings if they spiked, if they went down. I think they're giving him segments just to see if they're spiking or not. So,
which to me feels kind of silly. I mean, I don't know the ins and outs, but it's like if I'm already watching the show, and let's say you are not, and I'm like, hey, you like Jordan Calloway from the other shit he did, watch this. Like that feels weird, because wouldn't it be the replay that would make the most sense? Like it's live. If I'm a fan of his, if I'm already watching this show, I don't know. But one of you nerds, let us know.
We finally got Good Tobias back this week. I think Tobias in not every scene, because I did have a problem with something later on in the show.
Okay.
But earlier, like learning what his plan is, learning what he's trying to do, I think pretty good. I think he was actually acting better. I think we got a nice little good chunk of him. The showdown between him and the girl from the Cobra Gang and Destiny, him and Destiny. I think the whole thing with him and Red, those interactions was pretty good.
Yeah.
We got some pretty good Tobias. Not everything was good, but his plan is coming together, and I think that's what's working for me too.
I agree. I think the issue with him this episode was specifically the pacing of the show. For me, anyways, how they decided to deliver. So he did feel like him, but it felt a lot like a lot of stuff was rushed, but not due to the actors. So I'm with you. I think Tobias was really good this episode too.
JJ really be out here acting. She really she ate up Anissa in that scene with them talking about her being who she is and why she destroyed Nafessa Williams in that scene. Like, that girl can act.
Yes. That's why I was so pissed at the end of the episode. But yes.
That girl can act, man. She can act her butt off, and she acted her butt off and did a fantastic job. Like, that whole scene, I was like, yeah, she need them powers so she can know who she is. Like, people saying she's the real Jen, but don't nobody really, you know what I'm saying? She has to know that. I'm like, okay, I'm with it. She just she was schooling the girl. She was schooling the Williams because she outacted that girl in that scene. Really, like, it was unbelievable. What did you think about that scene? And what do you think? Well, hold on. What do you think about JJ overall since we've gotten her?
Oh, I've loved every single moment of JJ, even the stuff that was like questionable, like with her and Uriah. Like, all of that didn't hit for me, but overall, if we're looking at this is her category, her body of work, she's really doing a good job, especially having to fill the shoes of another actor. I think that she is emulating China Williams, Jennifer enough, but also bringing her, like you said, genuine acting ability into the program, where I want to watch this girl's career and see where she goes from here. But she has to, she has to do something good. She has to. So I like her. I'm a fan.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a fan.
Too. I she's really doing an amazing job. I think she is killing it, and like I said, she's really kind of showing her acting against other people on this show. She can act like really good. So I haven't been disappointed in JJ at all. I'm sorry that I'm not mentioning the actress's name.
Let me look her up.
Because I had it in the very beginning, but she is killing everything. She's killing everything. I love it. I love her. I hope she'll probably end up on another CW show somewhere. Who knows?
I hope she ends up some friggin' where making money. Not well, I don't want to say not Tyler Perry, because I mean, it's the check if that's what she got to go. But
she's got an acting history. So I mean, I just hope that she.
I'm gonna butcher this. It's Laura Karaoke.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's right. Baby, Laura, come on to the show. Let's
come through.
Come on. Yeah.
Come through.
Yeah, I'm a fan. And that's it. I ain't gonna say it's rare, but honestly, watching these CW shows, there hasn't been a lot of times where I was like, oh, I need to watch for this person. And she's it. Laura, you did it.
That's it.
You did it.
This is neither a good nor a bad. I wanted to bring this up. It was under my good. Well, I kind of broke it off. Those are all my goods, by the way.
Okay.
Did we need the conversation between Grace and Anissa about being meta and their meta powers?
Yes.
Also, whose side were you on when that came
Grace.
about? Wow.
Grace, hands down. Grace. Before getting into that, to add on to your good, I had TC and Filky. Their conversation has
Man.
me so excited and hopeful that Christopher Amal, I think that's TC's real name, the actor, that he will end up on this Painkiller show. I want that more than anything as far as comic book shit is concerned. I want him on that show where clearly he's going to thrive. Like already setting his big brother, little brother, and it's probably not called that, but that's the vibe I'm getting from them. And the fact that we have such a familiar relationship between Filky and TC already, when they, as far as we know, that these motherfuckers didn't know each other, but the show has established it well enough. And TC is just a good actor. He's really playing his part. And another thing, I was so excited about seeing TC, like, oh, he'll be on Painkiller, but something else we're really not considering that will make him even more of a valuable part of that cast is that he is technically like 45 years old. I keep forgetting, oh, he's not a kid. Like the character is he's a kid, but chronologically he's a grown man. So there's a lot that you can play with there, even if you get him on a Painkiller show and we explore his backstory, his family, I don't care where they go, but I want him on that show. I do, like in this season with him graduating high school and send his ass to Akasha Valley with Painkiller, like just him, JJ and Grace.
Yeah, everybody join the Painkiller team. Fuck it,
man. Say, you tired of all your producers jumping and dancing in the videos? Come on over to Painkiller. No, but yeah, that's my ultimate good. Like I want to see that. I mean, think of the representation, think of the show itself, think of the acting capability. Everybody on the Painkiller show who we've seen in the pilot for the most part were like good actors.
Right.
So yeah, I might have some more good, but whatever. So
that's good. Okay.
It'll come to me. But to your point, I was on Grace's side right away. I'm on Grace's side no matter what, because it's not that unreasonable what she's asking. We saw Anissa discover her powers and then go through this whole whatever she did in season 1 and 2. We saw that. We saw her, what was she like, maybe 21? I know they have their ages, but I don't feel like figuring out. But she was like, I don't know, 23, whatever. But we saw that you had a full life prior to getting these powers. You had a love life, you had careers, you had a lot. So to act as if being a meta is the sole defining feature of yourself, like to say you missed that power, that's one thing. But to act as if you being a meta is, you saying it like you've been a meta since you were 3 years old. Like, oh, this is my life when you met me. And I'm just like, but she didn't meet you as a meta. She met you in the library where y'all started dating. This meta shit it wasn't like you saved a burning building of orphans and she was like, oh,
right,
that's who I'm trying to be with. So no, Anissa, and I honestly don't get it, and I want somebody to break it down to me. Anissa she's terrible. That conversation alone shows you are not in this for the right reason. You do not love this person. Not to say you can't have differing of opinion, and not to say that conversations don't get heated. But if you're going to sit there, look into this woman's face who you are supposed to be head over heels in love, you will lay down your life for, and you're going to tell her, fuck this shit, we got to figure out how to be metas again. And then gaslight to, well, I know you've been through all the trauma. I know how that is. And you don't know. You don't know.
Okay. Let me give you some pushback because that's crazy because I was actually on Anissa's side, which wow, I never thought I would say that. But I was on Anissa's side. I was on Anissa's side just for the simple fact of that is a part of her heritage as far as like who she is family wise.
Okay.
She finally found out her father was Black Lightning. She ended up getting her powers. That's basically a part of her heritage now. That's her lineage. You know what I'm saying? So she doesn't have the same experiences that Grace had as far as like growing up or powers wise and stuff like that. I think the shit that Grace had to go through was traumatizing to her.
Yeah, very.
you have to look at it from. I looked at it from the standpoint of Anissa was saying, "Yo, my dad is Black Lightning." You know what I'm saying? Like I'm actually doing as much BS that we do catch her in on the show. She does some good, some. And that's a part of her heritage. And that's something that like for me as a Black person, I'm looking at it from a standpoint of this is something that's kind of being passed down or passed on to keep things going. You know what I'm saying? I think her delivery was really shitty.
As usual.
I think the delivery of what she was saying was shitty, but I understood me looking at it from a standpoint of, yo, we don't have a lot of shit that we pass down to each other for real as Black folks. And I just looked at it as this is part of her history. You know what I'm saying? Even going back to her, not to say that her granddad was like a meta, but you know, but like he did good in the community. She's looking at the powers as having good in the community. I'm going to keep my power so I can continue to do good just like my dad and my dad's dad did. So that's how I'm seeing it.
I'm good. I still you haven't convinced me. I get what you're saying. I completely understand that. And if Anissa hadn't have been a fuck up character from season 1 till this point, then maybe I would side with you. But we have Jennifer / JJ. We have Jefferson, and we can't discredit the other part of her family, which is her mom, who is a extremely brilliant and intelligent scientist. And clearly you have enough genes that make you, that add to your brilliance, that you've been, and I'm not even being funny, some kind of doctor or whatever they're trying to establish her as. So for me, that means nothing to me. Now, and I only say, and the other thing that makes me still side with Grace is we are married. We can't even have the conversation. Like you said, the delivery was trash, but Grace has been through hell and back with this woman, oftentimes at the hands of this woman. And so I ask you, plead with you as your partner, as your spouse, and say, hey, all the shit we've been through, let's enjoy this not having power shit. I get that what you're saying, part of your heritage, this and that. She's not the only meta in the world. And the way she's been acting, you're just drunk and obsessed with the power. You can't tell me that this is your third uniform, your third or fourth uniform. You've been out doing whatever the hell you want. Like, nah, man, I'm still not with it. I'm still not with it.
So let's say, because I got a whole Anissa list. So let's just bottle it up. Let's say that, and then we'll get on the list. We'll get on the Anissa mad list.
Come on.
Yeah, you got anything good? Anything else good?
JJ, I really enjoyed her. TC and Filky, I really enjoyed Painkiller, of course. I like seeing Tobias being manipulative and doing that whole behind the scenes stuff that we wasn't aware of. Though it was a little campy, a little corny, so a lot of it feels like it's just a symptom of the season at large. So I did enjoy that. I enjoyed seeing, even though I didn't like the reason why, I enjoyed seeing Jefferson act a different way. He's always so, we got to do bad, and I'm so this and that. But with him and Lynn and her ex from college, being able to see him in another situation that wasn't just, man, are we going to save Freeland? Like, I liked seeing that, and I wish we had have gotten that sooner. So that aspect of the love triangle, quote unquote, I really enjoyed. And Gambi's story, feeling like we're into a third act. Gambi and Lauren and their shit. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it. Yeah. She came out the gate like, I knew I should have trusted you. You a spy, always a spy.
Yeah, so but like as soon as Gambi told her to sit down, she almost took her panties off. So I don't even think it mattered.
But he even said that he was like, if you really wanted to kill me, you would have done it already. So that to me was in line with what we think. So
that means Gambi was loving what Gambi was getting.
Hey, he was loving her right back.
Yeah, he was loving her down.
Look, he said, if you could just trust me, and I was getting annoyed, like, damn, Gambi, tell her what it is. You ain't got to tell us. Just whisper it in her ear and shit.
He got to whisper. He done laid his game down strong. He ain't got to whisper nothing. He done already did what he needed to do. He was just like, look, I done hit it quite a few times. We done took you out to dinner, kissed on you, everything. We good.
Yeah,
and she was when she said that, she was just like, you know what? I don't know why I love this man so much.
She was giving her best Waiting to Exhale performance.
You about to take that dress off and just make love to me all night.
Her mama said that's a good
terrible,
man,
you're a terrible man, but I love you so much.
Man, yes. I really enjoy. I really hope that some other nerd is like enjoying Gambi's scenes this season and just supercut all them scenes together. Hey, somebody do that or tag me in it if it's done already. I want to see the Gambi show.
This is what I wrote. My bad is just thoughts. So wrapping up everything in the opening act is good, I guess. Like everything was wrapped up, and before we even got local rapper, like
I mean, yeah, that bubble.
JJ fell into a bubble. Wow. Jefferson got his ass whooped and ran away like a coward. And Grace, and I called it in the pregame.
You did.
Grace saved Anissa.
That's the only one that I wasn't really mad at. Only because I like the idea that Grace was like, I ain't letting this motherfucker go off on her own again. Like, I like that. But I'm still pissed off at Little Miss Alpha Kappa Alpha stumping the yard in front of a moving car.
We'll get to it. We're just gonna have
all right, my bad, man. Go ahead.
How did you feel about, was that on your, do you think that was bad? Like, I just didn't like everything getting wrapped up before local rapper started rapping.
No, I didn't like it either. I wish things had have been slowly sprinkled out throughout the episode. Would have wrapped up that way versus like, I mean, it's a choice they made. At this point, it feels very consistent with what we've gotten already, but I don't like that it was so neatly packaged so quickly. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Why do we have Shaka Shakur?
Sean Shakur.
Why do we have Shaka Shakur when we could have just had Henderson? This is Henderson.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's probably the show putting their foot in their damn mouth. Like, you didn't let this man go, but for what? What was the point? Why let him go? Was it for the emotional reaction? Because if that's the case, not to be funny and not to fridge a black woman, but why not have his wife or even his daughter that we have never seen before have something happen to her so he can be distraught and go away for a couple months and then come back? Like, why kill Henderson? Yeah. You've established him. Wasn't he like in the first opening scene in season 1 when they did the shaky news cam?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure.
I think he was in them first couple scenes. So,
but I'm just like, I'm tired of Shaka Shakur. His character doesn't make sense to me. I have no connection to him. He even said Henderson put his life on the line for me. I don't get it. I don't really care. Like, this could have been Henderson. Like, I have no connection with this dude, even though he's trying to do right. He was out here in the street. I was in the streets too. Like, whatever. We haven't even seen you in like 3 episodes. So it's like, I really don't care. I don't care about this guy at all. And it just bothers me. It's just like, well, I just had to call, get you up here to, Lynn's been arrested. Like, and I'm just trying to.
That's a symptom. And this is not an excuse for the actor because he only has what they give him. But I think that's a symptom of the show. Like, we'll get to it.
I'm not blaming the actor on that one.
Yeah. No.
I just don't have the police part of this show is stupid.
They didn't need them.
They haven't even been here.
We didn't need the police this season. We didn't need them at all. Like, for everything we got, like, I think Sean Shakur, the police chief, could have been combined into one character. And well, the mayor, I think I did like the mayor stuff. I like that. But yeah, the other two, they could have been combined into one person. We didn't even need.
Yeah, I agree. But the police stuff is not hitting me, and it's boring and it's stupid. I don't have any connection to this dude. I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a face off between him and the chief at the end of the series. He's gonna become chief of police, living out the dream and all this other BS. So
yeah, whatever happened to that camp. The camp with the metas that was emulating like the ISIS ICE camps.
Gone. They packed up and moved to Canada.
I was like, where's that? Because
they got their stimulus check.
That had everybody in there, huh? Braxton too. I don't know, man. Because of whatever. But go ahead.
Is Grace and JJ in a different show because they act so well?
Yes.
They act so much better than 80% of the people on this show. Like, I'm like, what show are they on, and what show is everybody else on?
They're on the HBO Max show. That's what they're on. Their scripts are tailored for HBO Max. So yeah.
The whole scene where JJ is at their house and they're having a conversation. It's like, yeah, you're always welcome over here. Yeah, like it's all good. And then here comes Anissa. Unless I invite you over here.
Which is so weird. What are you doing? Even as a joke, it's like, you're weird. What are you? Just don't be you.
But I think that's a legit gripe for me. I think when Grace has some stuff to do, she does it really, really well.
She's a good actor.
When JJ has things to do, or when JJ is acting and doing her thing, like all of those scenes that were going on, even though Grace has the smallest amount of dialogue out of everybody that's at that house, like I feel the chemistry of like, hey, like this is my friend or this is my sister-in-law. I feel the chemistry between her and JJ, and it feels like they're on a completely different show than what everybody else is.
They are. And it's really upsetting because if you're looking at their powers alone, they should have most in common. Like when they hinted at it earlier when JJ was first revealed, and it's like, hey, as a shapeshifter, this, that, and the third, you could feel weird in your own body. I think we should have actually reversed Grace and Anissa in the scene where JJ electrocuted herself. I think that should have been Grace talking to her.
We're going to get to that.
Oh, well, shit, go ahead. God damn.
We're going to get to that.
Go ahead.
That's going to be in my Anissa package. I got a whole little Anissa package.
This boy said he got a Anissa package, bruh.
She was with this season, this episode. When did Jeff turn into Scooter?
What was it?
He's literally being Scooter in these scenes. And to be completely honest with you, and I hate to say this, and you might think I'm terrible when I say this, but Chris Weaves is just phoning it in right now. It
felt like it, but no. Well, I don't know. I can't say it felt like it. I think with his storyline from this episode, I can see. But if that's the case, to me it helped the portrayal of the emotions that the character was supposed to have because of all the. Yeah, he was just like,
no, it did not.
Man, he didn't care.
People is trying to get his woman, and he just like, yeah,
No, I'm talking about.
I'm gonna go start a record. I'm gonna start a record label. Go
I'm talking about the scene with him and Lynn, man.
Bye, Khadijah. What show is this? Gonna get my check.
I don't know, man. Well, something might be going on.
You gonna walk up and guess who? Scooter.
You ain't shit, man.
I love Living Single.
Yeah.
That nigga he is on Living Single right now. He is phoning this shit in. Because he is terrible. It's terrible. He's phoning it in.
Okay.
I didn't like the whole situation with, let me get on my soapbox about this.
Come on.
The man could have at least thanked the dude. Thank him. And you don't even act happy about seeing your wife, bro. Like, you're supposed to still love this woman. Like, she getting out of jail. I know you kind of jealous because dude done rolled up on her. She had a slight little touch on his arm. Lynn getting out there now.
Who cares?
But you didn't hug her. Like, it wasn't like I'm glad you're okay. It's just like, yeah, bro, like, we got it from here. Like, I'm with Lynn. You could at least thanked him. Just thank the dude. Just thank him.
That's consistently what we've gotten this whole season.
Yeah, man. But I'm like,
no, I agree with you.
He came back like, yo, she under some major charges. Like, she got under 13 counts of like going against the state. You know what I'm saying? She go do about 20 to 30 years. Like, we gotta figure this shit out.
Yeah,
you feel me? So I'm just like, she got out. The dude got her out. Yes, that's a colleague from college that you don't know about. He was fucking her back in the day. Who cares? Like, just hug her and love your wife or your ex-wife. Love her. Y'all stay. Y'all literally sleep in the same bed, and it's just. And it's just like, I feel like I've seen Chris Williams act better than this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's put on pretty good performances on the show. He's not the worst actor on this show. Hell, he's actually pretty good for a lot of the stuff they asked him to do. But right here, it just felt like he was phoning it in. They have killed anything that we admired about their love life with each other. Like, they have completely buried that. That is in the grave. I don't think if they get back together at the end of this show, I'm gonna be mad. Because I really and I know people gonna think I'm crazy when I say this, but Lynn, you better go off with what's his name? Michael Keith?
I don't care. Who cares? I don't care about this man.
You better go off with Keith Michaels. Girl, you better get you a happy home.
I don't care about him or them. I don't care. Like, this is dumb. I don't care. No, but I agree with you with Jefferson. I mean, at the very least, this man got her out of jail. You could have, but like the show is why I don't care. Like, even if he was phoning it in,
not only that, the conversation that him and her had, what was it when he was just like, you didn't think I could do that for you? You didn't think I could get you out of this mess? And she was just like, Jefferson, like, no, nigga, you broke. You know what I'm saying? You can't get you
Innocent dead, so you know
they said you stole money, but I don't see it, and you say you didn't. I don't know what's real. I literally wrote in my notes, can we just stop Jeff and Lynn's relationship? Somebody needs to move out the house.
I don't care. I'm sick of them because every time they're on screen, okay, I'm finna get into it. I didn't like this ex. The actor, I liked him. I think he did a really good job. And I liked the scene. Like, if looking at the scenes alone, the little jealousy, love triangle, that was fine. But it was too little too late. This should have happened episode 2. Then it would have made more sense that they keep arguing. This makes no sense that Jefferson and Lynn argue as much as they do. No sense at all. This makes absolutely no sense. I get that your life work was in this office and you went out to dinner with why couldn't she have went out to dinner with the ex? That would have been more interesting. If we're talking about CW, YA, young drama, romance, that made more sense than anything. I don't care about this man. We have 3 episodes left.
Spoiler.
Why is he here? What Jocelyn said, why is you here? Why is he here?
Hey, mate.
No, for real. So I don't know. It's upsetting me and my homegirl. No, it's upsetting though, man, because like this is so good, and this would have made more sense. It would have been more complex. It would have made the whole season. It would have breathed new life into the season because you would have early on established that Lynn has a life outside of her damn family. Lynn and Grace have suffered at the hands of this family. They have no life. Their life is tied to this family. And Grace is even worse off because it's tied to one member of the family. She should have been enveloped as a Pierce so many seasons ago. She should have been their daughter, staying over there, talking with Jen, eating at the table. Like this, no, this is terrible. So I get the idea of bringing more people in Lynn's life, but this was so weird. It's like they had the whole season done, and somebody was like, "Oh, what about this?" Like, what? Get out of here, Craig. What is this? There's 2 seasons. Oh my God. Gambi got a full love story, action adventure, espionage, intrigue, father figure role, and we get this last minute shout out to JJ Jupiter Julep 24. Could that be Anissa's real daddy? I didn't even consider that. She was like, hey, what if that's her daddy? Like, could that be Anissa's daddy? I don't know. But regardless,
not the T, not the T, child. Not the T.
But no, like all seriousness, that would have been so interesting. Can you imagine? Episode 1, we got her coming out of jail. This nigga pop up. We like, who is this? Well, they've been gone for a year. You could have easily slid him in, make that be some tension, and then by the mid-season finale, well, you just mad, Jefferson, because I got your wife out of jail, and Anissa is mine. That messes you all up. And it's like, okay, she got her powers. So does that mean that there's a metagene in Lynn? Is Green Lantern her brother? Or is there a metagene in her real? It could have been so much better than this last minute. We got 3 more episodes, so might as well see what sticks. Okay. Next, Annalise Keating gonna pop up and be the fucking prosecutor. So like, get out of here. Not a fan.
I got you. I agree with everything that you said on that one. That was
not a fan.
What else do I got? You want to get into this Grace package?
Really quickly, I got 2 things I hated. Anissa and Grace in Darius's apartment. I didn't like the way the show handled his death.
First thing, oh God.
Go ahead.
First thing on my list. How disrespectful is it not even to call no damn police or no ambulance to come get the boy body? Stand over him and just and he literally stood over him and was like,
So you didn't give a damn about it. I get that you just met him, but how does time? Okay, before you get into that, how much time has passed from episode 1 to now? Has it been a month? Has it been a week?
No, come on. You're smarter than this. You know that this episode picked up right where the last one left off at. Don't do that. Don't do that, Rhayne.
I'm saying overall, the whole season. The whole season. Like, has it been a month in Freeland?
I mean, who knows?
What I'm saying is we established that her and Darius knew each other, but like when they met, was that a month ago? Regardless to how long you've known him, you know him enough to have him doing favors for you and the fibromyalgia shit and all this, but take it away, brother.
No. I get you. I'm just saying, yo, pick up a phone or use Shonda or whoever to call the ambulance to come pick up the boy's body. You standing over this boy's body, going through his stuff, trying to find the jump drive. And I'm like, yo, you ain't even going. Well, she was like, police might show up since they heard like gunshots. I'm like,
why would they do that? There's gunshots every day.
The ambulance to get him.
Y'all were under quarantine for a whole season. Why would the police just? This shit is Riverdale. This is Riverdale.
Just get the fucking. Just say 911. Just make a fake voice 911. Somebody shot in a black neighborhood and hang up the phone. That's it.
You already do that with Blackbird. Like Grace could. Well, what? Not only that, but y'all want to have a little romantic comedy moment. 3 feet away from this man's dead body.
Yeah, that was kind of fucked up.
And even the way the show was showing his body, it's like this wasn't necessary. Like, we get that he's dead. Why do we need all these blood? We didn't need all that. Y'all keep dropping the ball when it comes to things like this, and that is very unfortunate for a black show.
What? So what would you have done?
Just had him slumped over on top of his body where his face is down so the actor don't have to like hold his breath or whatever they do and just show his body. All you have to do is say he's dead. We understand that he's dead. If you want to have a sword in his back or whatever, sure. But all of that, I felt like that was a lot. And then to like linger on that scene, they didn't do it too long, but they did it long enough. And then they come over talking over the boy and then going like, it just, to me, the whole scene was like, what the fuck what show is this? What are y'all doing? What is this? Why are we not putting more care into this man's dead body? You knew him, for God's sake. You went on a friend date. I'm not even being funny, like a friendly outing with him instead of seeing your damn comatose soon-to-be fiance. So he meant enough, even if he was a pleasant distraction. Like I wasn't feeling none of that. I wasn't feeling.
That's something that I wrote down too. I was like, man, why ain't nobody call like an ambulance or something? Like you cared enough about him to go on a friend date with him or a friend outing, and you cared enough to ask him to do a favor for you, but you don't care enough about this man to call an ambulance at least to get the meat wagon and come pick him up. Like, damn,
digged into his stuffed dog's butt and pulled out a dang flash drive. Like, you couldn't have called his people. and I know that there's only so much we're trying to get through, but like this man didn't drop out of thin air. Like, you know, he has a life.
He died because of you.
He died because of you. You are the reason he is dead.
And all you can do is,
Grace, come look at this.
So this really got this tells me I've watched this show too long. Anissa stolen money is okay, but Jen helping the music program is bad. Okay, I got it. I get where you're coming from. So you mean to tell me that Jefferson can't say nothing to Anissa about all of this stolen drug money that she has taken from all of these people being Blackbird to get a lawyer for Lynn, which is her ex-boyfriend from college. You ain't got shit to say to that. And Anissa is okay with it too. But this is like, yeah, whatever.
And then just to piggyback off that, why didn't Anissa give her sister some of the money for the music department? Like, you sitting on this money, you know it's important to your sister. You know she's in a whole nother body. This will maybe help her out and contribute something. But, you know, hey, fuck them kids, right?
I'm just trying to figure out why it's okay for Anissa to have stolen money and pay for an expensive lawyer that used to be Lynn's ex-boyfriend, and Jen go into her outfit and takes a picture on Instagram and she is cussed out.
I mean, I get as far as public enemy number one, but I don't get that. I completely forgot about this dang money. Like, is she still going out? Did she take so much money last season as Blackbird that now she's just well off? Because I've never got the impression that she was wealthy. Like, the things that they do in this show, yeah, you got this nice.
Have you seen the place that she lives in? She just went to Ashuka Shakur's land to see Painkillers. She just took a whole trip with a driverless car. She got plenty of money.
It still don't.
Got plenty of money.
I don't know, man. It's still this not well established, because if that's the case, Jefferson and them got good money. Look at their house. You know, I mean, it's embezzled, but you know,
Jeff ain't worked in 3 weeks.
Both seasons. Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I didn't like that, and I didn't like how Anissa was just like, "I'm sorry, Dad, but you're wrong. I got to do this. I got the money to do it." And you just emasculated this man like it wasn't nothing. Like, he's your dad. Like, you couldn't even have a conversation. She really was just like, "Yeah, nah, nigga, whatever."
Yeah, she's a terrible character. She is a very bad character. She should not be on the show. She's a terrible person.
Anissa literally letting JJ electrocute herself was terrible. Or was the acting just bad? Like, I watched that scene several times, and it wasn't like she just hurry up and did it. She was just like, "I'm taking my time.
They talked it out
down here. All right, here it is." And she's just like, you shouldn't be doing. What are you doing?" And then even when she was on the ground, it was really not believable. I don't want to say it was her acting, because I know how you feel about when I say things like that, Rhayne, but man,
it was the acting.
That scene was really bad. Really bad.
For one of them.
What does that mean?
One of them it was bad for. It was good for the other one who could have.
Oh.
No, it was a terrible scene, because it's like, what are you doing? I was pissed off more so because when JJ woke up, she had her powers back. What's the point of the nullifier? Like, is it because it wasn't like, the science behind it is what's bothering me, because I feel like once he turned it on, like, it's on. If Red had to wear that bracelet for his powers to work, how are you just jump starting? Like, if you, this is not a good example, but if you shave my beard off, it's off. I have to wait for this to grow back. Let's say you lasered it off. If you laser it off, it's gone. That's a terrible example. But I'm just trying to get the science wasn't sciencing for me. I don't get it.
We need Neil deGrasse Tyson on this show to figure this thing out.
We need consistent rules for the magic system in this show. That's what we need. Because, but I mean, whatever. We got 3 more episodes left. If she grow another head, I'm just like, yeah, that's what happens.
Like, I just thought that whole situation with her having that conversation with But JJ literally just all right, put my hand in, she was like, don't you do that. All right. Like, you could have just stopped. Just stop her.
Yeah.
Just stop. That's my good toaster.
This is why Anissa annoys me, the way that they have her. And I don't think this is not the actress. This is the way that they set up this character. Why does she's so materialistic? For the way that she's portrayed is very much, my shit matters more than all of you motherfuckers. Like, I get I don't know, that toaster comment by itself would have been just a toaster comment, but she threw Grace's stuff in the storage because they didn't fit with her aesthetic. She just
Rhayne, I know you don't want to go with me on this, but I'm telling you, she is playing this character as if she was a man.
I don't care about that. It's still terrible.
She's playing this like, if I was a man would do this, a man would say this, a man would go this way about it. She's playing this character like it's a dude.
That don't change nothing. Even if it was a man, he still would be a horrible person. Why is this stuff more important than your wife? Why is this like the toaster? I get, because I mean, you took my toaster apart, but like, to be like, girl, that's my toaster. Like,
you got a whole $1 million back here. You can buy a toaster at Ollie's.
Not only that, your sister's hand is in a bowl of water. She's about to kill herself with this toaster. Let's focus on that. Fuck the toaster.
Why are we watching this show,
bro? Because it's 3 more episodes.
You got a whole surplus of money. You mad about a toaster, man? If you don't get your weak head ass on out of here, man.
Why have you not knocked down some walls to give Grace? If you really love this girl, give her own little comic book space, art studio. Like, what do we? Where is the love? Anissa is a terrible person.
She is. I'm not going to even argue with you about that.
Faulty person. She's a terrible lover, specifically. I don't know, man. She's not good. Grace deserves better. She does. This is terrible. I'm so sorry for this, Grace. Sorry to this woman.
It's bad. I think that's all I got. You got anything else? I know you wanted to
Crip Ancestry. I was like, what the fuck is this? That's my bad list. Like, what are y'all doing? Like,
you ain't got no more about Anissa? I know you was...
we can get into it. I'm sick of all of her. She's a terrible lover. I have consistently said for the last, maybe 2 or 3 seasons, her and Grace makes absolutely no sense when you are such a terrible, gaslighting, selfish, manipulative partner. Set Grace free. You don't love her. Give her a little bit of that stolen money and send her on her way. She is much better with other people, acting wise, and she's better with other people because she was just not a good partner. She has been terrorizing this woman forever, and Grace is already quote unquote broken and traumatized from the life that she had. Like, she was transforming into a little girl, into a tiger, a leopard, into an old man. Like, at one point in time, she did not have control over her meta abilities, and yet everything is all about Anissa. Like, so you talk about heritage and all that. I'm with you. But you mean to tell me your wife, you know the trauma that she's put up. You went a whole season hunting for her, looking for her, only to get her and be like, oh, she all right, fuck her. Like, Anissa is terrible.
I done got it now. She married to me now.
That's upsetting. Because I mean, I'm thinking, like, what story are you trying to tell? The network and the TV show. What story are you honestly trying to tell? Who is this for? And I don't watch other Arrowverse shows, but you have this lesbian couple, interracial lesbian couple, and they shit is just terrible. And then you have this black heterosexual man and woman who just were happily married for so long, but now she's a drug addict and a convict, and he is, I don't know, bullheaded and hates his new daughter. Like, what story are you trying to tell? Who is this for? Who is this for? Everything doesn't need a happy ending, sure. But what story and what images are you trying to get out to people with the program that you're currently presenting us with? Specifically these love stories, not the Black Lightning superhero stuff at large, but these two love stories. Like, you can't tell me that Jennifer and Khalil didn't have the very best love story on this show. Second to only Tobias and Cutter. Like that was pretty cool. But like, come on, fam. What are you trying to say with this story? Arguments can happen, but the way these people act with each other, it's disgusting for a show that's aimed at young adults. That's what I'm thinking. Because again, what story are you trying to fucking tell? And are there other, I don't know, I don't want to make it a race thing, but like this is the only show on the CW DC verse with these predominantly black cast, and they're having like, again, you can have trials and tribulations, but this shit is just off the rails. And for what?
I'm with you when you're right.
I'm saying, and we remember we was on the pregame, and homegirl was like, "Yeah, I love Anissa and Grace." I'm like, "But why?" And I'm not saying you have to agree with me. If you like, I just really want to hear reasoning as to why you like this couple. I'm not even like, "Fuck you, you're wrong." I want to hear, why do people enjoy this? Is it because they're both attractive? Is it because they are canonically in the show in a lesbian relationship? Is that enough? No judgment, no nothing. I just want to know why people like them. Anissa is a terrible, terrible lover, wife, sister, daughter. She's just terrible all around.
With you right. I'm with you when you're right.
Whew. So yeah. And also real quick, I wanted to share this. Hold on. Let me pull up this quick video.
Favorite thing about this fit that it goes with almost every single pair of sneakers that I got on here.
Anissa, shout out to.
Hey man, that video didn't show what it needed to show. You just
get a little sneak peek. Well, I'll put his link in the show notes. I want y'all to watch this boy's content and tell me what looks so familiar. Yeah, but I don't know, man. What you take? What's your thoughts? How you feeling?
What else? I don't have. What last thing really is, why introduce an Illuminati type plot and we only got 3 episodes left?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
made no sense. I was like, who are these people?
We have not heard about them. I was like, is that the League of Assassins? And maybe I just don't know. That couldn't possibly be them. Right. And were those holograms or were they ghosts? That one dude was like a vampire or something.
All I know is he opened the box. It was a bunch of people talking. They was in blue, and that was it. And I was like, I have no idea what's going on right now.
See,
I am completely lost. And there's only 3 episodes left.
This episode felt like a mid-season finale. It didn't feel like.
I can't agree with you on that. It felt like it was supposed to be where it is. It just.
That's terrible.
Nothing was connecting for me. Well, I ain't gonna say nothing. It was a lot of things that were connecting as far as Tobias' story and what he was doing. How he's pretty much tying up a bunch of loose ends, getting Ishmael on his squad.
Yeah.
Ended up getting rid of the Cobra Cartel. He also has Lala on his wall. I mean, his ducks are in a row, and it makes sense. But then we get a lawyer. We get a lawyer nigga that's probably gonna try to talk to Lynn again. We get the Illuminati that comes up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
At the end of the show, we get this bubble of
Jennifer.
China McClain's coming back for the last episode.
I don't care.
We get a lot of stuff, and I'm like, y'all only got 3, and we find out that night there's only 3 episodes left.
In a random commercial break. I was like, are we all seeing this? Like we are in 2 different states.
Right. And I was like, 3 episodes. Okay.
Bruh.
So I'm just like, it's a lot of things that got introduced into this. And I'm like, y'all really don't have a lot more time left. And y'all are really gonna pack a lot of stuff into these next 3 episodes. Like it's a lot. Because we still something that we didn't touch on, which we didn't even put in the bad or good. Apparently, the Sanjay Purdy stuff is about to start back up because Painkiller found the. What is? We got a podcast to do. Right?
That is stupid. That makes no sense. That's what I say. Everything introduced in this episode should have been introduced like in episode 4. What are you doing? What are you doing?
It's the final season.
No.
So now we gonna get Painkiller fucking with the Sanjay, or is it the Purdy? She was a Purdy.
She was
the leader of the Purdy, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Sanjay was the black folks. The Purdy was the white people. She was the leader. Remember, she was the leader of the Purdy.
Yeah, but my thing is, why have the I'm assuming it's something with like probably taking the metagene out of the pregnant women and putting it into the Purdy and Sanjay, people who you can control more. I don't know.
She was on Tobias' payroll.
If we ain't getting the twins, I don't care. I want the twins. That's the only Sanjay Purdy storyline that I care about. Bring the twins back. Age them up more than a year. I'm gonna link the fan redo.
Just throw the papers in there. Whatever. We're done. I don't care,
bro. It makes
we have 3 more episodes of this podcast, and maybe a 4th one if we get somebody off the show to interview.
Yeah.
So you gotta have to give a fuck somewhere.
I'm with it. This is cool. But I don't understand why would you wait until the last 3 hours of the series? This makes no sense. How are you? And I hope like hell you're not like, well, let's introduce all this and then roll some of it over into Painkiller. Don't do that to the show. Don't bog that show down with none of this mess. No, that makes no sense. You explain to me why we wait till the 9th hour to introduce the Sanjay and Purdy, Lynn's ex-boyfriend, the Illuminati ancestors. Why? And then Destiny, honestly, she got the short end of the stick for real. Out of all of the main characters and villains, like she has really, I think when they first introduced her at the like Lady Eve Boom Boom Room or whatever, I think she maybe like the audience really liked her, and then they started making her more important, but you weren't giving her anything to do but be pretty, like, because she hasn't done anything. And now we get her, Tobias like, hey, that's cute, put that gun away, Kelly Rowland. Like, it's just, she really got the short end of the stick.
Not Kelly Rowland.
Look, because what's she gonna do?
I hear you.
So I don't know, man. I'm really interested to see how this wraps up, because this is the farewell season. And if they pull some shit like, just kidding, we got one more season, I'm going to WB land and I'm finding somebody to shake.
Nah, they not gonna do that with no black show. You can forget that.
But like, who is this show for? Who is this season for? Is it like, oh, it's our final season, let's just get it done? Because this really feels like Riverdale. Like a lot of stuff is just randomly popping up. If they do a musical next episode, I wouldn't be surprised.
That's so terrible.
I wouldn't.
It'll be Breaking.
Or Rise, the musical.
You got served.
I mean, you don't know now,
honey,
but you don't find out.
Honey 4. They're gonna do Honey. They're gonna do another episode for Honey.
No,
God. Y'all remember Honey? If y'all remember Honey, look it up. Honey and Honey 2.
Those are prequels to Fantastic Four. But yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like this episode was very haphazard, to say the least. Like, who put this together? Like, this, it feels like a lot of the events of this episode may have been spread out over like 3 or 4, and they were just like, we got to chop this up in a way that makes the most sense. Because this is a lot. You got to admit, this is a lot of stuff that happened for one episode.
No, they didn't introduce a lot of stuff, and it's only 3 episodes though. Yeah, so I don't know how we're gonna go. Hopefully, Lynn will get her a good man, and she ain't got to worry about that man.
And I'm even fine with that. But like, bruh, what
a man. Anyway, comments. We got any comments, man?
Man, we got a couple. What y'all talking about over here? Let's see. Where y'all checking in from? I got Jess and King says, "What the fuck happened to the past?" Jess says, "What the fuck happened to the pastor? He was saved, got money from Blackbird, and then what? He left.
He gone.
He the smartest resident in Freeland. He saw that quarantine. He saw that he knew what was coming.
He started his church in Metropolis.
No, for real. Not
He
for real.
got a mega church in Metropolis. That's where he at.
Got to, or maybe in the
Creflo Dollar. He on tour with TD Jake. Him and TD Jake on tour.
Man,
Right?
say I wouldn't even be upset at it. Go on, get your what's that new daddy in Atlanta, ATL? Well, ain't that new daddy? See, he took his daughter and his wife.
What? No one. I don't think so. I don't remember. Who knows?
Not a fuck up character. You ain't wrong. Yeah. Fuck up character, Anissa. So let's see. So John Livingston says, "Can't watch this." Oh! But Anissa's hoodie makes sense now. Cole, that's on you, Cole. Yeah, why fear? Let's see. Local Justin King says not local rapper. Yeah, local rapper. He been killing it for the last folks. That's not the city.
This was the city. Black Lightning is back.
Hey,
it's a full song. Did you play that song with me one time?
Probably, but I will never do it again. I mean, kudos to that dude. I hope he's making royalty.
Local rapper.
Yes. Let's see. Jess also says the mayor stuff was fucking hilarious. I hate you. Wait, and dies the next day. Yeah, like I saw that coming. Like you can't talk shit to Tobias. No, sir.
No, you can't do that. We knew he wasn't gonna stay long though. We knew he wasn't gonna stay long. He was too good of a character. I love the mayor.
Yeah, I mean, and he was, man. Can you imagine? Like, okay, I know we did our fan redo, but can you imagine the mayor being introduced like last season, and then having him like if they had to slowly introduce these people over the oh my god, like I would have loved to have seen his kids too, like William from Girlfriend. Like this show should have been recasting tons of people from black shows from the 90s. That would have been dope, but. You can't get them all.
A lot of them would have been on. A lot of them really would have came across each other. Like, they usually cast people.
Yeah, but I mean, still, a nice little cameo. We had Half a Living Single, so that was cool. Or 2/3, or I don't know, whatever. Jessica King says fibromyalgia shit. It was cystic fibrosis. Ooh.
I love you. Don't care enough to remember.
I didn't look, bro. Where did I get fibromyalgia? I don't know. What is fibromyalgia?
Yeah,
what is? You know what?
Yeah. See.
They don't care, so I don't care. Shit. Okay. Let's see. We got a comment from Lumi. Lumi says, agreed. I'm tired of everyone being unhappy all the time. Love Jen and Khalil. There was no reason to do them like that. Where was the healthy black love? Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Lumi. Where's the healthy black love at?
Because again, you can have Lynn, Jen, and Khalil had arguments.
Mm-hmm.
They like when he was put in a wheelchair for that first season. He had attitude. He had depression, and they still like. Not to say being in a wheelchair is something that you need to get over and be fine with, but saying that they had so many hurdles in their way, and maybe all of it wasn't done well, but in the grand scheme of things, she went to prom with this man in his like some dreamscape. Like they went through a lot.
Yeah.
And I never felt like the love wasn't there.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. The black love on the show is pretty dead.
Non-existent at all. Justin King says hates his own daughter. You aren't wrong, but dang, yeah. Even with Jefferson in this JJ stuff, it's so weird to me. Like I feel like he's the one character out of everybody who should have been more excited. He should have been like, she's not a daddy's girl, is she? Well, she's a nobody's girl. Hell, they didn't lock her in her room and she ran away. But like. I feel like he should have been the one that's like, okay, this is my daughter. We're going to get you back together some kind of way. And if we don't, I love you just the same. Like, he should have been on her like, you my daughter, you my baby. There's no, you'll always be my daughter. But so he hates JJ. Let's see. Jess also says, open up a box and it turned blue. Huh.
That's all you got to do. Open up. He cribbing out here.
You could be a shoebox, a cereal box. It don't matter what type. If
I have any boxes around me, I don't. That's why I ain't got no boxes around me.
Hey, I don't
we
got
didn't
like
digitize it be like a video game.
Hey, fam. Let's see. It just also says, I agree. I'm tired of them adding new people, and it's almost over. Well, we know these people aren't going to be explained. We just got a random look, Dad. I had to go get Mom's friend from back in the day.
He's my real father.
Right. Thanks, JJ.
He's my real dad.
He's fine with me being Blackbird.
He's fine with me having all this drug money.
Right. So is my wife. See it from the Social Introvert TV says, put me in the Painkiller series. I'm ready for my big debut. Hey, man, might as well.
Yeah, might as well.
Go ahead. Go the fuck ahead. Yeah. Shit, I'm with it too. Shit, put me in too, goddammit. I'll be a podcaster from Akashi Valley.
Me too.
Or we could be the radio host. But it's like, oh, man.
What's in the right room?
Right, fam. That's where we need it most. Shoot. Jess says Anissa pissed off the Sanjay during their war, but I doubt we'll see the black people or the twins again. That's unfortunate, but probably not. Probably not. I mean,
I don't know. I think it would be pretty smart. I think I'm gonna step out on a ledge here and say maybe we will see the twins. I don't know if they're gonna be aged up as much as you would like them, Rhayne, but I think we see the twins.
They might be like 4. But even if we get the twins, well, okay, so even if getting the twins, we would have to get a family, the black family, that same family again. Unless you like, so-and-so stole them or whatever. But we would have to get some familiar black people who we're used to seeing, or else. Because
I wouldn't mind taking a trip back to South Freeland for an episode. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, they did a good job. Well, it was a pleasant distraction from what we got when they first appeared. So yeah, I'm with that.
I think I'm gonna step out on the list. I think we will see the twins. They seem pretty important when we had a whole 3 episode arc about that. So I wouldn't be surprised if we seen the twins. I'm gonna step out on the ledge and say we're gonna see the twins. They might not be 10, but it'd be cool to see them and have some CGI powers.
Yeah, that would be nice. Give me some especially because they're that interracial twins, like they have the same parents, so okay. Jungle Fever twins, no, but yeah, that's cool. Yeah, what you got for me, man? Your favorite character, least favorite?
Keith Michaels.
Keith?
No.
Oh, because
I'm gonna actually give it to Gambi because he was smooth. He didn't die. He didn't get shot. He did wrong by a woman who had a gun and lived. So I gotta give him favorite character.
Bro. No, yeah. And this man don't raise, well, he did raise his voice at the beginning of the episode when everybody had on the question. He was like, I don't know, damn it.
Damn nerves.
But that's what I'm saying.
Shut the fuck up. Would y'all shut up?
That man didn't raise his voice the whole series. Even though people was trying to kill him. No, but yeah, I think he's good, but I have to give it to Khalil.
I mean, I guess technically that works.
Yeah.
He in the show.
Yep.
Technically you really can't do that, but okay.
He was in the show?
I mean, yeah, he was.
So yeah, I gotta give it to Khalil. If it wasn't him, it would have been TC. Because I just want TC in the Painkiller show. I just want him.
JJ? You don't want to give props to JJ?
No, because I think that not the character, but not the actors, but the character did some really silly stuff. Like even going to the ionosphere, having a conversation with Anissa about it. Girl, you don't need permission. Oh, this is what I wanted to mention. I think that switching out Grace for Anissa in that scene would have read so much better.
Oh yeah,
like Grace trying to stop her and then be like, well, you know what? I know what it's like to not be in my own body. And then having that argument, the same argument with Anissa, but switched around. Where it's like, okay, I don't really care for the meta stuff, but clearly this is important to you. And I know, like, or even if you had the argument with, now this is where I would have been on your side, like hard. If you have the Anissa Grace conversation, Grace like, no, fuck these powers, such and such. And then this is like, well, this is part of me, blah, blah, whatever. And then have that electrocution scene, but switch out Grace so that she could see, oh, this is really important. This is very much, a part of who they are. And, if I got to turn into a fucking leopard for the rest of my life, at least I'll be with my wife. And then, but not the way it was delivered. I didn't like that.
I got you.
Nope. Least favorite.
Do you have to ask?
Nope.
Anissa. Anissa's terrible. She's Zach Morris now. She's on that level.
Bro, no.
She's Zach Morris level now.
Yeah, she ain't really doing so hot, man. And I feel so bad, honestly, for Nefessa, because regardless of how you feel about her acting ability, the stuff that they've had the character do, it's just terrible. She is terrible. I don't see how. I think this is a show that is not going to age well when it comes to her specifically, because there's no way you look at this, even if you're like 16 and you ain't gotta be a lesbian, you're just 16 now watching this show, loving it. There's no way you look back on this at like 23 and like, oh, yeah, she made some points. What?
I'm still leaning towards her portrayal. I think it's the portrayal. She don't get no good stuff, but I think her portrayal of this character is just bad.
Oh yeah, I think that's bad as well. But like, her portrayal is one thing, but the show made her gaslight and manipulate Grace. Like, yes, she did the actions, but the show. So no, I'm saying you're right, but I'm saying it's just as much the show as it is the actress.
But did she get gaslighted? Like, nobody put a gun to her head and made her marry Anissa. She went on ahead with that.
The show did that to her. Grace from season 1 or 2 wouldn't have did this. That Grace we met who owned a gay bar and was into comic books and dressed a little more like free, had hair all up. Like, she was a different person. I don't think that first Grace would even put up with half the shit that this Grace is. They have watered her down to big up her wife. Why have them together if that's the case?
There's a lot to it.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
You're a terrible person.
Yeah, she's my least favorite too. How many lightning strikes you giving this?
Believe it or not, out of 5, I'll give it a 2. It was all right. It was okay. It was some okay stuff in there. We got some good Tobias stuff back. Painkiller is always killing it. And just for I gave it 2 out of 5 just for the simple fact of JJ. I am completely enjoying Laura Karuki. If I'm saying that correctly,
I think.
Karaoke.
Hey, no, I butcher names all the time. So.
I'm trying not to butcher it, but if I butcher it, pardon my hand, not my heart. But yeah, those are the reasons why I at least gave it 2. You know what I'm saying? So they doing something
that's
right.
Fair. I can give it a 2. I think you're right. Yeah, between her and Khalil for sure. And I'm still just not excited. What is it? I'm still so impressed by how distinctly different Khalil is from Painkiller. Like, I love seeing actors do that. Have you ever seen Orphan Black? It's a show. What is that girl's name? But it's this white girl. I think she's like, I'm gonna get it wrong. Like, I don't know, Ukrainian or something. But she is cloned, and there's at least 12 different versions of that clone, and she plays every one. So I love seeing people play as an actor or actress, play multiple people, where it's not like play for laughs like Martin and Shanae. Like, that's cool too, but like seriously playing separate characters, I love that. And I think Jordan Calloway is doing a damn good job. And his cast from his backdoor pilot really gives him space to do that and still have strong stories of their own from what we can see anyways. And I think TC would be perfect. I think he'd be perfect. So yeah, I'm going with 2 lightning strikes as well. Okay. Listeners, let us know what you would rate this episode out of 5 lightning strikes. What you giving it? What are you giving it?
What are you doing here?
What's it giving? Yeah. So what's up, man?
I'm exhausted.
Bro, me too, man.
I'm exhausted, man. I don't know what else to do with this show. We got 3 episodes left, so take that what you will.
Ride to the wheels fall off, man. I'm just interested to see where everybody on this show ends up in 5 years. Like, will we still be talking about them for their acting? We get a reunion special, which we should host, by the way. What's next? Step back, you're dancing kind of close. So yeah, any final thoughts, any predictions, or let
nothing.
Okay.
Look, guys, if you want to check me out, you check me out on Twitter at CodeJackson12. It's on your TV screen. And if you want to check me out on Instagram, check me out at CodeJackson_BYNK. We got 3 more episodes left. We're trying to get Crogden on the show. If y'all can figure out a way to get Crogden to say, hey, he gonna come on the show, we're gonna try to end it that way. We want to, we need one of these people. Might see if we can find Henderson. Somebody, we get somebody, even Keisha. Maybe we'll find Keisha and get Keisha on the show. Who knows?
Keisha gone, man. Keisha gone, bro. No, remember that little black boy with the glasses, the skinny dude who was like always in front of the shit. And they got rid of him too. Oh, wait, didn't he die?
Tell people what they can find. They can find your ass at.
All right, John. You can find me on Twitter. Carefree Blerd is there on Twitter. CarefreeBlackNerd everywhere else. So you check me out, fam, and look at that body count for Black boys in Freeland. God Lord, hit me up on that email, CarefreeBlackNerd@gmail.com, if you want to say a little bit more than what Twitter allows. And catch us back here next week. This is sure to be as just as exciting of a time. And check us out on the pregame on Instagram. 15 minutes before the show airs, 45 after your respective time zone. Check it out. And I don't know, man. Until next time, stay. Just stay. I mean, just stay. All right.